to the show. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, glad to be
So
here. Thank you.
cool.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
So
having me.
this. Yeah. So if you guys don't know who this is Rick Santana of the Most Comida. You probably seen him around town. But yeah, I just been wanting to get you on the show. I've seen your truck around town. I saw you on the Riding High podcast. And I was like, and I got my podcast started up. So I was like, I'm gonna invite Rick on. So here you are, man. Appreciate you
Hey,
being here.
appreciate it. We're grateful for every opportunity to come promote our brand and how we're trying to build our make the most out of every opportunity to come out and talk to new people.
That's cool, man. So yeah, and in that all in that interview, you kept on saying that just make the most out of whatever we got, make the most out of this. Is that part of like your marketing thing for your
Yeah,
brand?
well, kind of like that's kind of what we started with like advice from my grandmothers as a kid. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't always about having like the best version of like steak and wagyu and everything like that. My grandma didn't have that. She had like ground beef, you know. So it was always like make the most out of whatever you have. Add
Yes.
extra potatoes to stretch the flavor. Add extra this to stretch the flavor. And so I kind of took that mindset into building this into the most comida. Yeah,
Dude,
uh,
that's awesome.
started off with just selling apartments, selling tacos out of the apartment, and starting off as the most tacos, and you know what I mean,
Mhm.
and slowly building into what is now a kitchen and a food truck, and
Yeah.
with more possibilities out there. So yeah, we're just grateful for every opportunity and grateful to make the most out of every opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I found that interesting that you were selling tacos out of your apartment and y'all had to shut it down because people were honking at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and all that stuff.
Yeah. My wife wasn't a fan of that, so we had to start, and neither were the neighbors. You can only keep them happy with so many free burgers. After a while, they don't care. They want to sleep. You know what I mean? And I don't blame them. Yeah, I wanted to sleep too, but we had to make it. We had to make it. So that just yeah, that was part of the story. Just
Yeah.
when we first started, it was Thursdays. It was people coming by the apartment Thursdays, pick up pork tacos, and
Yeah.
from there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and like I said, like you said, people calling, texting, blowing their horn in the middle of the night, and
Yeah.
yeah, it gets old quick.
Right
Yeah.
on, right on. Yeah, and so you started doing that when you had got laid off from the Bayard during COVID.
Yes, sir.
Wow, wow. Okay, so you started during COVID, and then once everything opened back up, you just decided to stick with the Most Comida.
So they had offered us to come back to work, but they weren't offering us full pay. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, why am I going to go back to less pay? You know what I mean? When
Right.
I'm making a little bit more money doing this here now, and uh, about like 3, 4 months into selling from the house, my business partner, his dad, was one of my customers. I grew up with my business partner Adam,
Right.
his dad, family friends. His dad and my dad actually cooked together in the
Yeah.
church that we went to. They cooked under the church. They sold breakfast in the morning. They sold breakfast tacos,
Yeah.
fundraising for us to go do like different trips and stuff, different things that we got to do. So like, there's more to us just like coming together during the pandemic.
Right.
Uh, there is this weird history of us just keep coming back to each other as us being friends the whole time, but us always our paths always crossing and like linking up just at the right time to like make things happen. And so yeah, like magically, his dad came by, was eating with us regularly. He was like, "Hey, if you want seed money, let me know if you want to start a food truck."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Put together a business plan." I did not know what any of those words meant. I went and Googled what a business plan was. Like you know what I mean? I didn't know any of it.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, somebody believes in me though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so from there, his son, my partner Adam, reached out to me and was like, hey, you want to try something? And I'm like, you know what? Let's maybe.
Yeah.
I had an issue at the time with my phone. Uh, all my contacts had merged. And so I had like three different atoms, and I didn't know which atom it was that was reaching out.
Okay.
So I'm like, depending on which atom this is, I either really want to do this or I really don't want to do this.
That's funny, bro.
And so when I saw him pull up to the apartment and it was the right atom, I was like, immediately, my
Yeah.
answer was yes. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
nice. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he comes in, we start cooking down some ground beef in the apartment. We make a couple of tacos, and he's like, you know what? Let's put together a business plan. And fortunately, he's smart, and so he went to business school. He did all that stuff. He knows how
Yeah.
to do that stuff. He'd gotten laid off. I'd gotten laid off. We pulled our retirements and just put it all into this food
Wow.
truck. And it was like the dumbest thing we've ever done. I don't recommend doing it,
Yeah.
but if you're gonna do it and you're crazy, reach out. I'll help you out. I'll give you any tips, advice I can,
Yeah.
but don't do it unless you're nuts. Is
Mm.
my advice to people, because we get people all the time reaching out asking, "Hey, what's my first steps to doing it?" I'm like, don't do it unless you're
Wow.
a crazy person. Don't do it.
Crazy.
Because yeah, you just have to be like obsessed with what you're doing to
Yeah.
want a food, to get into the food service and to get into the industry and to make a footprint. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man. And it seems like you definitely gotta like what you do too, which I can tell that you guys, I mean, you love it. It seems like it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you,
No, we're having a blast back here.
yeah, that's awesome, man. And it's cool that you want to help other food trucks out or people that want to get started
Yeah, for
and giving
sure.
them advice and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So you had a business plan. So you needed the business plan to get the truck to get started. So y'all got a truck from some guy from was it Sanchez
So
Trailers? Uh-huh.
yeah, we went down to Sanchez and they built it for us. We gave them the specs we wanted, and it was expensive. Yeah, it
Wow,
was
crazy.
expensive, and it took us like our first year and a half to pay it all off. But
Nice.
we were able to,
Yeah.
and we were able to just keep growing by promoting everything we do. Uh, every like, don't waste anything.
Yeah.
Um, anytime we didn't sell food, there's
Yeah.
times people don't come out. Times it's raining. Times it's ugly.
Right.
You know, donate that tray of rice. Donate, stuff that's gonna throw away. Don't feed it somebody,
Yeah.
because they're gonna remember it. They're gonna come back to you. If it's good, they're really gonna come back to you.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I was hearing you talk about that, like, and you kept on mentioning like I gotta make sure my people are taken care of.
for
And
sure.
it seems like that's it seems like it's in your heart for one to do, and the other thing is to do it obviously from a marketing standpoint, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good to do good, but it feels good to do good, and that's what's more important.
Nice.
To make sure that you have the right energy. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it comes down to putting good energy out there for good energy to come back to you. It's not
Yeah.
going to come back to you unless you're helping others and really establishing a community of like-minded food individuals that just want all of us to thrive.
Yeah.
And I'm really blessed that this community is really giving and wants to look out for each other. I mean, I
Yeah.
talk about all the time, the people that want to come eat the most are the same people that are stuck cooking you know what I mean, the most.
Cool.
And uh, other restaurants and other food trucks are stuck working the same times we are, but
Okay.
we're always trying to like send a plate, whatever. We're working an event together. We make sure do a plate swap and promote. If I
Right.
get a night off, I'm going over there and I'm taking pictures. I'm not going to Wada. I'm not going to I'm not going to
Yeah.
Wendy. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
going
Yep.
to I'm going to the homie and I'm making sure that there's a tip for them,
Hmm.
because it's going to cost the same and the quality is going to be three times as better. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. So that's cool that you're helping other people out, and it's almost. And you mentioned it because I keep on bringing up the Right Now podcast because I want to obviously give them a shout.
Those are
Uh,
the homies, yeah, for sure.
yeah, if you haven't watched the episode with Rick from the Most Comida, go check it out. But you
Appreciate
kept on,
it.
yeah, no problem. What was I saying? Anyways, so that's cool, man. So you got a business plan, you got your trailer going. You're right now in the Riley's pub.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we were in the trailer for 2.5 years. We've been running it consistently, like every week,
Yeah,
hitting anywhere between 4 to 12 gigs a week. You know what I mean? Between lunch and
nice.
dinner time service. And it's been me and my partner. Sometimes we bring his dad on with us, and he comes. He's our third guy taking orders, hitting the fryer. He's our fry guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
uh, it's a team. It's a team effort, and it's between the three of us. We get a lot done.
yeah,
We're able to compete at big festivals and to keep up and keep the line moving.
yeah.
We That's one thing I pride ourselves on is to having a fast service time. So
Okay,
where the same amount of time other people are taking to put out one order, I want to put out 4 or 5.
nice.
So in order to do that, it's all comes down to preparation.
Right,
Um, that's part of that business plan that my partner was able to put together for me.
nice.
I was never able to do any of that. Like I said, I'm good at marketing. I'm good at cooking.
Yeah,
I'm solid at cooking. I mean, we do okay. There's plenty of people who come and eat a burger. I'll tell you that much. You know, we make plenty of
yeah,
tacos, plenty of burgers, plenty of Rick rolls. That's gonna be yeah.
yeah.
So we're always blessed with a lot of our friends that come through from some of the other work sites, from some of the other different things that we were able to do throughout our careers. You know, uh,
Nice.
my partner was able to come from a background of he was a photographer at one point. At
Mm.
another point, he was working for Enterprise. That's where he retired with them, selling fleet.
Oh
I
wow.
was a welder. I was a paralegal. I was a prison guard. You know what I mean? I've done a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And so, at all these jobs that we thought we failed out of, really all we were doing is building more and more friends and more customers in the long run that come and eat with
wow.
us. And so, being able to pull the truck out to bars, events, festivals, we're able to catch up with people that we haven't seen in 10, 20, 15 years.
Yeah.
And people from high school, people from middle school, all come up and hug you and talk to you, and it's just like,
Mhm.
you know, another blessing that we never knew we wanted. You know,
Yeah,
but
man.
like I said, I'm fortunate to be able to work with one of my best friends since I was a child, to work with his dad, who I grew up with, and to put out some solid food. You know.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. So man, I got my cousin watching. He said he knew you at the Bayard. He
Yeah,
said, "What's up?"
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said, there's
yeah,
lots throughout different stages of our life. We've been able to meet different friends that have all been able to come back and eat with us and work with us, and
yeah. I
we've
find that
actually been able to do some work with Bay and stuff, which is kind of cool, and to work with
that's nice.
the Berry family. You know, for her to have hired me as a welder, and for Mrs. Berry to hire us for catering for one of their big functions.
Wow,
It's a dream come true, kind of. You know.
dude, that's awesome. It shows you how important relationships are. Like
Yeah, yeah.
when, especially like when you first meet a person, like you want to be respectful and nice to them, because like you never know if in the future you're gonna, you know, see them again or whatever.
I always tell people in this town, there's one bridge, there's one causeway. They're building another bridge. That's 3 bridges. There's not enough bridges to be burning in Corpus.
Ah, crazy.
Don't
Yeah,
burn the bridges. If
yeah,
things don't work out between you and somebody else, that's fine and move on.
yeah,
Do not burn any bridges. Do not burn.
yeah,
Always work with people. Always be ready to collaborate. Just because it didn't work out now doesn't mean it's not going to work out later. Keep
yeah.
all your doors open, because everybody knows everybody here, and it's
Yeah.
really easy to get blackballed or to get put into a tight spot
Mm,
because of a difference of opinion or something that should be relatively minor.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely. You were
yeah, that's
saying,
some of
yeah,
the advice we give here is like just take care of your people. Make sure you're not just your customers, but your peers. You make sure that you refer them other gigs, and you refer like, hey, I'm booked up on the 24th. Try this truck. Try Lowly's. Try
yeah,
Marty McFly's. Try, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You give out your friends info, and you make sure they are taken care of, and they're gonna make sure you're taken care of.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So is it I guess so there is like beef between other trucks or whatever you could
There
say.
can be, yeah, yeah.
There can be. So how do you find yourself like avoiding that?
Well, if I spent all my time with beef, I wouldn't have time to make chicken and pork, and I make a mean chicken and pork.
Yeah,
I don't got time for beef. I got time. I got 3 hours a week for beef, and
right.
that's cooking into my oven. Other than that, I don't have time for any other beef.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and that's how I tell everybody else. If you got time to be beefing with somebody online, you don't got time to be selling food.
Oh,
You don't got time to be improving recipes, to improve your
you gotta
marketing.
prep, you gotta do prep, you gotta take time to prep, you gotta do all this stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I could prep a week in advance. I could prep 2 weeks in advance and freeze stuff and uh, prep 3 days in advance and put stuff in little zipper bags and have everything locked up. Or I could show up today and an hour before pick cilantro instead of dicing it up.
right.
I can cut my limes 2 hours before so it's fresh and not brown. I
Yeah.
can make sure my onions are chopped 30 minutes before, not 4 days before.
Wow.
Things like that make a difference. Things like that, when you see pictures of my food, it pops because
Right.
it's all fresh. Because I take the time to do that because I'm obsessed with that.
Nice.
Because not everybody else is, and
Yeah,
that's what makes us the most.
it's awesome, man.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I really like your outlook on your business and just how you see things. It's not selfish, you know what I mean? You're thinking about others. You're thinking about yourself, of course, you know what I mean? You got to make money for your family and
No, for
whatnot, but
sure.
you know, that's still in your mind, but at the same time you find a way to incorporate your humility with that to where you making money isn't a selfish thing.
There's a lot of people in Corpus Christi to feed. There's a lot of people in Corpus Christi to feed, and a lot of people are tired of eating at the same three spots.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my job is to highlight these other spots that a lot of people don't know about. Say, hey, I caught your attention. You come eat with me. You trust me enough to come spend your money with me.
Right.
I'm gonna guide you to some other good spots that are my friends. Some of
Yeah.
them are people I've never met before. Some people that I'm meeting the first time. I'm popping in and trying. And I mean, like tonight, I went and I had dinner at Odie's with my wife and our niece and our babies. And Odie's are our friends. You know what I mean? They've been around as a truck, and now they're in their brick and mortar, and they're. I mean, it's a struggle for everyone, and they're killing it out there. If
Wow.
you haven't had a chance, go get some Odie's pizza.
Yeah,
The
shout out.
meatballs, phenomenal. Meatballs and spaghetti. My wife just had were some of the best in town.
Nice.
You know, little spots like that that you don't know are there inside the back of a bar. Black
Mm,
Monk Tavern. There's places all over this city that aren't featured mainstream because they're not like pretty and sexy and right up in the front,
yeah.
but they're putting out some of the best dishes in town. They really are.
Dope. Dope. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so, Amanda says the Rick rolls are fire. Everybody's talking about the Rick rolls, man.
Appreciate it.
Everybody's talking about the Rick rolls. I got to try them,
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm trying to lose my Rick rolls,
Oh,
so
okay, I got
come buy them, so I don't gotta eat them. Come on.
nice, man. Oh, wow. So you mentioned something. You mentioned that a lot of food trucks are struggling. What do you mean by that?
So it gets cold, man. The weather gets cold, and people don't want to stand outside when it's cold and when
Mm,
it's rainy. I mean, all this week it's been rainy. Nobody wants to stand in a puddle
mm,
for food, and I get that. You know what I
right.
mean? So we put our phone numbers out there. We put our schedules out there in advance, so hey, order in advance. Put in an order. Come pick up.
Yep.
Some of us offer delivery. Some of us offer curbside, stuff like that. We want to do whatever we can to get you in on these like ugly, rainy weather days. Same thing
Yeah.
when it's too hot. It was too hot. People don't want to stand outside when it's too hot.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want to.
Right.
So I make sure I do it for other trucks to make sure people come do it to my truck when it's my turn.
Gotcha.
At the same time, it's cold, man. And during the holidays, family gets together. They're not going out to eat. They're having a family get together. You're having a Christmas party. You're having a Thanksgiving party. You're
Yeah.
having a New Year's party, Super Bowl party. You know what I mean? You're having family get-togethers where you're doing barbecues, where you're doing all this, and people aren't going out to eat. They're going fast food. They're going convenience, but they're not going to craft places. They're not going to food trucks that are out of the way. If you live in an apartment, there's a food truck at home. Cool, that's cool. If
Right.
there's not always. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there isn't. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of hit or miss that goes along with it.
Right. So you gotta,
it's hard for a food truck during this time of year. There's sweet
Wow.
spots where you're ready to work and you're ready to kill it every day, and
Yeah.
then there's dead zones, and you just got to be ready for both of them.
Oh man. So what do you do? I mean, so during the dead zones, I guess. Well, you got a kitchen, but for most food trucks, I mean, you find apartments, you find different places to post up at. I mean, what's
You
the
hustle
challenge
off
there?
whatever you can, yeah. So apartments will always reach out to you to go post up at their spots, and frankly, they're hit or miss. Some apartments we do great at, and we keep going back to the same apartments.
Yeah.
Other apartments, they don't promote it. They don't tell the residents, and you're just there. They don't even know you're there until they hear your loud generator. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Crazy.
And so, like, now you're annoying them because you're running your loud generator. You know what I mean? So
That's funny.
it's you get everything from that to, man, I'm so grateful that y'all are here. Thank you
Yeah.
guys. Or can you turn that off? Can you turn it to a quieter setting? Because we're trying
Yeah.
to, you know what I mean? You get everything in between.
Wow. Crazy.
And it's just like, no, this is what we're trying to like hustle off some food for you guys. Like, what do you need? It just, like I said, it's hit or miss. And so some places will try to charge you to park, and other places, there's other great bars and spots downtown that are reach out to you and say, hey, look, we want you here. We want you guys to, because you guys are going to promote it as well. It's
Yeah.
helping both of us by keeping customers here, and you guys are keeping access to customers. So if you can work out a partnership with a bar, if you can work out a partnership with different bars, which is what we do,
Yeah.
to build a crowd for these different bars, and to build them up as food places, food truck parks, as establishments that are gonna keep cranking out good food.
Right.
You got to keep consistent, and you got to keep putting out not just consistency, but the same consistency when it comes to your quality and when it comes to your content. You got to be reminding people constantly that you're open, constantly where you're at, where you're
Yeah.
going to be, how you're going to be, what you're going to have, and that you don't want to miss out. That's
Okay.
how you have to hit them every single time with every single event you do.
Right.
The
So
thing about having a food truck is you have to let them know where you're going to be, how long you're going to be there, what's going to be available. Please come out. You know what I mean? You have to get that message out every single time. And I mean, it's taxing if you're not ready to do it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But then again, I mean, if you're not ready to do it,
Yeah.
you're not ready for customers, because customers aren't going to come out so they know it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't imagine like being like at an art walk where you go, or all these festivals, and you have lines of people. Man, that's got to be tough, man.
It's all preparation.
Yeah.
We know our biggest sellers are going to be our Rick rolls, our party of fries, our burgers, and our tacos.
Right.
So I know to like quadruple up on Rick rolls, triple up on fries,
Yep.
and double up on taco meats. You know what I
Nice.
mean? And so different things like that. It's all in preparation on how we have everything lined up and ready to go ahead of time.
Yeah, for
Once
sure.
it's time to actually execute, you got some good music on. I can cook for hours,
Oh,
man.
nice, nice. Priscilla C says, "Hey, friends,
What's up, baby?
the most burgers is the best, dude." And your most burger, it's like it's simple but good. I mean,
Yeah, I
do you
mean,
plan like the stuff that you come up with? Do you plan to make it simple? Like,
meat,
how do you?
cheese, pickle sauce. That's all we
Yeah,
put on that Moe's burgers. Meat, cheese, pickle sauce.
yeah.
And it really is the most. It doesn't need anything more.
Nice. Man, and your stuff is so you got the Rick rolls, which what comes in the Rick rolls?
So Rick rolls are going to have different fillings. Our most common is going to be our OG ground beef, black bean, corn, and cheese.
Mm.
Cook it down, stuff them into 4 flour tortillas, deep fry them with our creamy chipotle sauce,
Ooh,
and yeah, our creamy chipotle sauce, Mo sauce. And
nice,
we always got to keep a bottle of that on hand because we go through a lot of Mo sauce, a lot of verde sauce back here.
nice. And you make, of course, you make all that yourself.
Yeah, yeah. No, my partner Adam makes our Mo sauce. I buy some of the ingredients. He buys some of the ingredients, just so we can't be like people be watching your belt over at HEB, man. They be watching your cart, making sure like, hey, what's all that guy got in there? And, can't be giving away the secret sauce. You know what I mean? So I make sure Adam
Nice.
orders some parts of the sauce. I order some parts of the sauce. We
Crazy.
get some sauce like
You go
DoorDashed
James
over. We
Bond.
want to make, yeah, no, we get some favorite ingredients. Like we want to make sure like nobody knows exactly what's in there.
Wow, that's
But
cool, man.
yeah, it stays the most, man. That sauce is unbeatable. Yeah,
No, yeah, that's awesome, man.
yeah,
And you just want, I don't know how recent it was, but the Tamale Festival.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, he won the Tamale Fest for. You
yeah, yeah.
tell him what.
The Molly Fest. Not we're not ones to like brag or nothing, but
Yeah.
we did win most creative Tamal. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they haven't had the festival since. I don't know why. But yeah, yeah, no, for sure. If you guys want to try them, be on the lookout for our tamales. We do King Ranch chicken tamales.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
nobody else does that. So, I mean, literally our second time ever making tamales, we won most creative tamal over at Whataburger Field, and I mean, it was quite an accomplishment, but at the same time, pressure. You know what I mean? So like, oh, now you got to make hits. Like
Ooh.
you can't screw up now. People are paying attention. You know what I mean?
No
So
pressure.
yeah, we've had some screw ups, but we just don't broadcast that. We just keep going. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, man, dude. That's pretty dope, man. That's really awesome. I'm happy for you guys.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, we're just blessed that so many people have keep coming back. That they keep coming back to try the same things, try different things, to go off
yeah,
menu, to let us play around and try different wild things. Like when
yeah,
we do our carne guisada, we turn it into like poutine.
yeah. I want to
So
try that.
so we do like our carne guisada fries, but with a garlic cheese curd, and we drizzle it with a white queso and a verde sauce from
Hmm.
our friend Jalapeñas.
All right.
Shout out to Jalapeñas,
Yeah.
another Corpus Christi original.
Hmm.
Alyssa, love you, babe. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, there's so many different good spots around town. There's so many
Yeah.
creatives here in town that I'm so like fortunate to be friends with,
Yeah.
and like people that I looked up to and that was excited to meet and stuff, that they were
Wow.
like really down to earth and like cool to like, oh, like excited to meet me, like for some reason
Wow.
this
That's cool.
goofy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. I think the only other food truck I had was a sushiria. Uh,
Derek's the man. I love Derek.
Dude, Derek is the man, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Derek and sushiria,
Shout out
man.
Derek. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's D Rock, man. He's always been pretty cool, man.
For sure, man. And
Yeah.
I mean, he promotes just as hard as everybody else. He's out there hustling.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
good.
he's had to deal with some of the hardships that other food trucks have had to deal with, like permits and stuff. Going
Yeah,
out, going out to Portland. Just because you're certified with the city of Portland or with San Pat doesn't mean you're certified with the city. Just
Wow.
because, so there's always different issues like that that we run into, and
Wow.
we get hit up to go hit up. Hey, come serve out here in Clayburg. Okay, well, yeah, now you got to deal with Clayburg and the city of Kingsville. You know what
Oh,
I mean? It's different jurisdictions have different rules, and it's seems like some of these smaller towns have more micromanaged to where you have to check off this box with the fire marshal and check off this box with the food handler and check off with this, and so it ends
yeah.
up, before you know it, it costs you more money than you're making for an event. Then
Wow.
it's like, why do you want to travel when, yeah, you got a kitchen on wheels, but it's going to
Yeah.
cost you twice as much, and you're going to do twice as much work to make the
God.
same amount. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I got you.
Those
Like,
are all different. Those are all different things that Derek's had to, deal with in the last couple of weeks too. And it's just like, it's
wow.
heartbreaking seeing your buddies go through it.
Oh
But
man.
all you can do is just reach out, tell them, hey bud, what else, what can we help you with? What other gigs do you have coming up? Let's promote it. Let's get ready for the next one. You know what I mean? That's all you
Right.
can do is line up for the next one.
Wow, man. God, you guys are definitely
Yeah,
got it
no,
out
and
there,
then
man.
and then you get out to an event and your generator doesn't work,
Yeah.
or your fridge went out,
Yep.
or you ran out of propane, or you don't know how to turn on your stove and you're gonna explode. These are all things that have
Wow.
happened to the most comida. Like, these
Wow,
are all
crazy.
things we never did any of this beforehand. So coming into this, we're rookies. We don't know how to
Yeah.
like harshly turn on our flames. We don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
We just figured it
So
out as we were going, and
yeah, so you find yourself asking around, hey, how you do this or how you do that? Like how do you do
at
how you
first, you're embarrassed to, so you're just googling everything, YouTubing everything you can. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then as you go on, you find like one or two trucks that have been around for a minute, and
Yeah.
start asking them, "How do you doing this? How are you doing that?
Yeah.
How do I do this? Who do you use for that? How do I get my
Yeah.
vents cleaned? How do I get my all different things like that?" You
Yeah.
never like think to ask. You never think like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, you think, oh, you need to get registered, oh, you need to get licensed, oh, you need to get your tax, and then you're set.
Hmm.
No, you know what I mean? That's the bare minimum to not even get started. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those are building blocks to get started, but not even the bare minimum to get started. And it's just
Yeah.
things like
So
that you never think of, that I never thought of.
right. So
That I'm
have you like
fortunate that I have.
so is like going into O'Reilly's pub, is that like I guess was that an excuse for y'all to get your trailer like fixed up?
It was an excuse to park the trailer for a little bit and to kind of have a little home base to operate out of.
Nice.
We were presented with an opportunity that we just could not pass up, to come back
Cool.
here and to really grow our brand and to have a second location. We did park the truck in November, just to get it up and running, and now that we have it now in early January, getting this weekend, actually we're pulling it out again.
Nice.
Be running some more events in the truck and back here at the same time. So we're
So yeah,
slowly starting to staff up and do all that kind of stuff.
that's cool, man. So is it like a given to think that food trucks want to have their flagship store, like you say?
So most people do, I guess, but when you're first starting, you're just kind of, hey, I'm me personally, I'm not selling for my apartment anymore. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just selling out of a food truck was the
Wow.
dream. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and to have another dream of like having a little flagship
Yeah.
storefront inside O'Reilly's, like, I couldn't ask for anything more. To
Wow.
be able to run two locations, like, it's nerve wracking, it's challenging, but
Yeah.
it's rewarding at the same time. To be able to serve more people and to be able to be in two locations at once and to like really put out our food. It's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So it's almost like the goalpost has changed for you
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
And now that we have a one location, a truck that's starting to move around again. We're looking to see what other options there are to have a third truck. You know,
Wow.
we're ready to keep moving.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned that that your truck is a billboard. Like you might think
Absolutely.
you're yeah, you might think you're just sitting there, you know, you're not making any money. You're like, dude, just park your truck where everybody can see it.
Anytime you have that truck out and about, as long as you have it clean and you're smelling good and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, people are going to notice and people are going to drive by and see, hey, that's a billboard.
Hmm.
Hey, look, that's a logo. What is that logo? What is that?
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's a taco. Why is that taco glowing? I need to go find out why that's a glowing taco.
Yeah.
As long as you have your billboard out there, think about how much it costs to rent a billboard
Yeah.
on
And to
any
keep it
street,
up there and to keep it up there for months and years at a time.
or just to have it any like for a one time. You pay $85 for a one time message on a billboard.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm. It adds up.
For a one time, and so that's one time that's going to pop up on a screen. Happy birthday,
Right.
mom. You know what I mean? You pay $85 for that. That's roughly. I've asked around. It costs a lot more than that to have like a
Wow.
monthly, a weekly,
Yeah.
to have one of those digital spots that pop up.
Yeah.
Costs a lot of money. Or you invest it into your truck. You put your logo on there, nice and clean, and as professional as you can. You slap it on there
Hmm.
and you keep it clean because people drive by and see it.
Mm.
You could look at it as you're taking a loss and you're out there burning gas and nobody's buying any of your food, or you can get out there and make some content, go live, show your customers, hey, look, this is how we do it. This is how it's made inside here. This is where the magic happens. Show
Nah.
them all that stuff because hey, it's interesting. That's the stuff I like to watch when I'm at home. That's when I'm scrolling through my phone. Like I like seeing people's kitchen. I like
Yeah.
seeing prep. I like seeing all that stuff.
Hmm.
Everybody wants to see that. So put it out there.
Yeah.
You
Show
know
it.
what I mean? They want to see how their favorite burger is made. So put it out
Yeah.
there.
Nice. We got a question here from Grace Dominguez. She says, "Are health inspectors or inspections stricter for food trucks than restaurants?"
No, stricter for restaurants. We found that out recently.
Okay.
But they are just as strict for food trucks when it comes to like health. You know what I mean? When it comes to keeping people safe. They want to
Mm.
make sure that your meats are all at the right temperatures, that you're not serving stuff out of date, that you're not serving stuff out of that it's dirty, that's
Yeah.
improperly stored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want to keep people safe, not
Yeah.
not just put out good food, but good food that people want to keep coming back to. That's not going to make
Yeah.
somebody sick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. For
we take that
sure.
we take that like deathly serious.
Wow.
Everything that we make here we serve to our families. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like my family, my kids and my baby mom, they come by and pick up food.
Yeah.
And my wife and my kids, they come by and pick up food. And my mother-in-law comes by and picks up food. Like they eat here. My mom orders here. Like this
Wow.
is all food we serve our family.
Yeah.
It's not something I want anybody to get sick, let alone my family.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we make sure, and a lot of everybody that we work with, we make sure that we keep to the strictest standards to make sure that everybody stays safe.
Nice. And
But yeah, the health department, they do come board you for festivals. They come board your truck. They want to come make sure your temperatures are right, that you have logs checked in, that you have a
mm,
food handlers, that you have food manager on board, and that you're doing right by your customers. You know,
yeah.
doing right by the public.
Yeah. I guess that I mean that's a I can see how that's a good thing, especially man.
No, for sure.
You got a
Like
product
I s
too. You know what I mean? That's your product also.
yeah, yeah, no, for sure. But
Yeah.
like I said, it can get tedious having to go through 7 different inspectors to
Mm.
be able to serve 3 cities. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It
Yeah.
can get tedious to be able to operate in Portland, in Port A, Kingsville,
So
and Corpus to have to
oh
go
man.
through 5 different agencies to get permitted.
Wow.
It can get tedious, but you got to figure a way to work that into your price, and
Right.
that's the only
Okay.
way you can keep doing this. You know.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's stuff you don't think about when you don't start a
yeah,
food
for
truck.
sure. It's
Yeah,
definitely me that has no business doing any of this stuff. I've just
right.
been fortunate to be have a great team around me. I'm a giant child, so if it wasn't for my wife and my work wife Adam, like if it wasn't for the two of them, like I'd be a big baby selling tacos from my apartment. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you learn a lot. I guess you learn as you go, huh?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. What was I was gonna ask you something. Shoot, man. So yeah, so you got to worry about the permits. You got to worry about stuff in different cities. Um, what was I gonna ask? I keep forgetting. I got a list here, and then you talked about so many interesting things. I'm like, oh
Nice.
shit, I get I get thrown off. um, yeah. So you got to be so social. So that's how you market. You have a billboard
Social media,
outside, right? So social media. How do you find yourself marketing in that aspect?
content every day, something every day. Put something out in the morning. Put something on the story at lunchtime. Put out a reel in the evening. Every day, every day, every day.
Mm,
Whether it's just B-roll stuff of me cleaning up, like I do little footage. I go live cleaning once a week,
yeah,
just so I can chop it up, answer questions, whatever I can do.
yeah.
Um, I also go live. I make a little footage of us making the Rick rolls,
Hmm.
making the burger, start to finish doing fries. We have content on everything we do here
Yeah.
because you need to be able to see it, and I need to be able to talk about it. I need to be able to promote it. I need to be able to. Hey, it's slow. I could be like pout about it and be online and say I'm slow,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
what's wrong? Or I could come on and say, hey, it's slow. Watch me make this burger. All right, first one to come get it gets it for free. Come hurry up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And all of a sudden you got to race people that are interested in your product, people that want to come. Hey, people like, you catch their attention.
yeah,
You gotta stand out by doing the most. You know what I mean? by
yeah.
by showing up, by being consistent, by being on their timeline, always on their timeline, always
Which
interacting with other people's stuff, always share other people's stuff.
do you
You
find
know
one
what I mean?
platform? Do you find one platform brings more customers than the other?
So we do heavy with Facebook and with Instagram. Instagram is definitely like a younger crowd, uh, more of our night scene, more of our college crowd, our young professionals are definitely our content creators. Different
Yeah.
are definitely very heavy on Instagram, and they keep us very engaged on Instagram. And I mean, we're getting a lot of views with not that many followers. So go ahead and give us a follow on
Nice.
Instagram, the most Comida.
Yeah.
Also, give us a follow on Facebook. We got plenty of followers, but we'd love as many as we can take.
Nice.
Uh, on Facebook, on Instagram, we are at the most Comida. Uh,
Yeah.
and we're always, like I said, just putting our logo on everything, putting our face out there, putting more content out there. Adam is not as social, so he's not as out there, but he shares everything. You know what I mean? He
So
shares
Adam,
everybody else's everything
yeah.
too.
So Adam he's your, I guess, the partner, your partner for, okay,
My business partner, yeah, Adam.
business partner. So that's the guy that you knew from church a long time ago. Y'all used
Yes,
to.
sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
cool.
We've been in the church choir since fourth grade. We were in the church choir together,
Dope.
and all the way through seniors in high school.
Which church is
We're just
that?
at the cathedral downtown or uptown.
Okay, nice. The cathedral.
Yeah, and
Cool,
so our
man.
dads actually, like I said, our dads actually sold breakfast tacos together
Yeah,
downstairs to
nice.
fundraise us going to California, Florida, Houston, Dallas, New York. I mean,
Yeah.
they took us everywhere.
Wow. Wow. So like mission trips, or you mean like at that time?
So like we got to during the summer we'd get to go sing at different churches and stuff all over and perform. Like
Oh, cool.
one time we got to sing at the Crystal Cathedral in California.
Wow.
We got to sing at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. Just different things we got to do because our dads worked every Sunday down there at 6 o'clock in the morning, putting on the
Yeah.
bacon, cooking all the eggs down.
Dude,
You know,
that's so
just
yeah.
so
That's
his dad and my dad were cooking together, paying
yeah.
for us to go do this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And it's
for us to be able to cook with his dad, like it comes
wow.
full circle. It feels right. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's awesome, man. And so you must seen them hustle doing that.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah. And so
Yeah,
that's
no,
how that's where you learned how to also hustle doing your thing.
inspiring. Definitely
Yeah.
inspiring. The two
Yeah.
hardest working men we knew were our dads. You know, his dad was an executive for Whataburger. My dad was a cop, and
Wow.
so our dads worked hard. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
came from like regular working class people here in Corpus. You know what I mean?
Right. Which side of town did you grow up on?
So we grew up on the south side of town. I grew up like Saratoga and Staples, right at across from the HEB Plus, and those apartments, the Summit.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I grew up in those apartments because my dad worked security there,
Oh.
and that paid our rent. You know what I mean? My dad worked in security, so which was cool, except for whenever there was a fight at any apartment, and it
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
just our complex; it was the complex next to it and the complex next to that.
Oh, dang.
And then before you know it, it was two other complexes that my dad was had to. Anytime there was a fight, anytime there was a break-in, anytime there was any kind of
Wow.
vandalism, like he got called to all that stuff.
Wow, crazy.
So I mean, knowing my dad always had these extra jobs, working security here, working security at the Macaroni Grill,
Yeah.
you know, seeing that work ethic, it really it put it in me like, hey, get up, get going. Everybody
Yeah.
else still asleep. Now it's time to get to work. Get up, put some content out there. Get
Yeah.
up, put together some footage that you've already filmed.
Wow.
Start scrolling. This every time I'm scrolling on Instagram, I'm looking for sounds. I'm looking for reels, looking for inspiration to remix, to put my spin on, to come up with something fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're able to do that to put out new content daily because we're always looking for more inspiration to put out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking to inspire others to do the same stuff. You know what I mean? We're always trying to get our friends to put out just as much content, to share just as much. You know, whatever they put, we share it. We want to make sure our friends get the same rub we get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, so I was thinking about like how your dad was a cop, like, or whenever there was situations, he had to go into the situation,
Yeah, yeah,
not run away from the like. So I figured like you had like whenever there's a situation, you go into it, lean into it, and solve it. You know what I mean?
so that's a lot of what we come like try to run the truck and try to run the pub with now. We try to make sure, hey, if something goes wrong, if there's a power outage, if there's some kind of storm in the Gulf, we start planning. We start looking like, hey, let's go buy up as much burgers as we can. Let's go buy up as much hot dogs as we can, as much rice as we can, and be ready to serve. Whether it's all free, whether it's whatever, just be ready to serve food. If everybody loses power, we have a
Mm,
plan to go out there and to serve food. What
wow, that's
big
awesome.
freeze comes up, we're ready to go out there and set up with extra propane and extra product to go and just serve food. Whether it's a loss for us or not, we're ready
Mm,
to do whatever it takes to make sure our people are fed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
and
Wow.
and that so we're always we got a plan for everything to go into everything whenever there's a situation that comes up that there's that requires us to pivot. We're ready to pivot and to take care of whatever we have to make sure our people are fed. You know, not everybody has money all the time.
Mm,
We don't judge. We make sure everybody gets fed. We make
yeah.
sure there's something on our menu at every price point for everyone. Whether that's a kids meal that I'm just gonna have to make a fat kids meal this time because you're hungry, cool. We're gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna find something for you on our menu to get you walking away with a full belly.
Wow, that's
That's just the
crazy.
way it is, you know.
Yeah.
And
Wow, man.
when we've gone into this business that way, we've been fortunate that people just keep giving. People keep giving back. People keep making sure that we're taken care of so that we can take care of others.
Yeah, definitely. Man, dude, that's so inspiring, and it's so like humbling to hear that because damn, not a lot of people are like that, dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, it gets rough. I mean, you see jealousy and stuff amongst other people,
Hmm.
and my advice is just to get away from that energy because all it can do is corrupt you and make you feel that way too.
Oh yeah. Wow, man. Man, that's so inspiring, dude. I can't wait to try your food, dude. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
brother.
let's
We,
see.
we we put out some good product, and we promote a lot of other people that are doing the same thing.
Good.
You know, that
Awesome.
to me, that's the main thing is to make sure that everybody around you is taken care of. Everybody around you is got the same opportunities that we do.
Yeah.
And so that's all we can do is keep making sure our friends are taken care of. You know,
Yeah, for
promote
sure.
promote your friend's brand, wear your friend's shirts. Corpus Christi Originals. I need to get a hoodie.
Yeah.
Need a cap. I need a cap soon because I mean that's something I started doing like lately. I haven't even started promoting it yet, but
Right.
like on Tuesdays I'm rocking local T-shirts,
Oh,
local
nice.
T Tuesdays. Every Tuesday I want to do it. I want to get like a hashtag going with all my friends
Yeah.
doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Local T Tuesday. Look out for next Tuesday. Let's go. Local T Tuesday. You know
Nice.
what I mean? Get those orders in. Corpus Christi Originals. Get those
Yeah.
orders in. Where is it? Right,
Yeah.
right there.
Over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Get that Corpus Christi Originals. Get those orders in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We will have some Most Comida merch coming soon. So like,
Oh,
get them
nice.
orders in. We'll have
Nice.
everybody's shirts to rock. I rock Lowly's. I rock Marty's. I rock
Yeah.
Marty McPie's. Marty Mars.
Wow.
Mimi's Kitchen. Different bars. Riley's Pub. I wear their shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we buy shirts from all of our local artists, musicians, paintings from our local artists. I buy whatever I can. Myra Zamora, one of my favorite artists. We got
Hmm.
a little painting of hers up in our window. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like whatever we can buy locally, we're gonna do it
Right. So why do you do? Why do you decide to? Why do you support local?
because local supports me. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Locals got my back. Locals always have my back. And I mean, I'm part of this community. I've always been a part of this community. I remember when there was no big festival for Dia de los Muertos. I remember when there was one shop downtown called El Zocalo that
Oh,
doesn't exist no more. The homie was the first guy to have a party down there. It was 12 of us in his little shop.
wow.
You know what I mean? Before
Yeah.
K Space and all these other people got involved and turned into a big festival and big event, which we're grateful for, which we love partaking in.
Yeah.
There was 20 of us. You know what I mean? Like sitting in
Yeah.
this guy's basement. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been to like punk rock shows with my friends, Drastic Actions. You know what I mean? Like I've seen these guys since I was a little kid. Johnny
Yeah.
Hotchkiss, I saw him when he was in a punk rock band when I was a little kid.
Yeah. Wow.
And I looked up to him back then. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
be a friend with him all these years later is crazy.
Wow.
El Dusty, to see him as a DJ, to see him playing with IH5, to see, you know what I mean? Like these bands that way
Mm.
back in the day, I grew up listening to all these local bands, going to see Matt Hole, going to see,
Mm.
real local shows.
Yeah.
It's always just been part of my blood. That's what I've always wanted. Like
That's cool.
support local wrestling, support local art, support
Yeah.
local t-shirts, local music, local everything. You
Yeah.
know, it's good stuff. We're
Yeah.
putting out
That's
some of the finest art. I mean, we really are. Look
yeah.
around. Look at the murals downtown. People are coming in from all over the world to come paint our walls. That's crazy.
Yeah. It is.
People and people want to poop on Corpus whenever they want. Oh,
Yeah.
Corpus is ghetto. Oh, Corpus is bar fights. Corpus. It can be if that's
Yeah.
what you want to look for. It can be.
Right.
Or if you want to go find the culture, go be a part of it.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
For
Go
sure.
be a part of Art Walk. Go be a part of the festivals that are down the farmers markets. That's every Wednesday. That's every Friday. That's every Saturday. That's every
Mm.
Sunday. There's different markets, different festivals, different in your neighborhood. There's something.
Yeah.
Look for it if you want.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
promote
yeah,
it. Look on my page. I'll promote it.
for sure, man. And there's definitely that group of people which I've been a part of before, where it's like, Corpus sucks. There's nothing to do here, whatever. But no, there is stuff to do here, man.
All
Just
right, I mean, I got a map quest for you. I'll print you directions on how to get out of here.
yeah,
Because there's
yeah,
plenty of room for plenty of people that want to be here. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And there's plenty of room for people that want to make Corpus better.
right,
We're tired of the same old, not getting anywhere. No,
yeah.
we're doing it ourselves. You know what I
What do you
mean?
what do you see, like the city having something for like food trucks? I know y'all touched on this on one of the Riding High podcasts with Scoob, or
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
them. Yeah. Do you see anything like that in the
So
future?
they reach out and they do different programs. The problem is not everything is promoted as it should be. And if they promoted as heavy as we do, there'd be more awareness of some of these events.
Hmm.
A lot of people didn't know that there was a mural fest. A lot of people didn't know there was a music walk, mural
Right.
walk. That there was specialty art walks. A lot of people didn't know that because it just wasn't promoted.
So who
Downtown Management District, they do a phenomenal job of promoting everything they do. So their events, whenever they have an event, whenever they have an art walk, I'm 100% signed on. We're there. We're part of it. It's a different group, but we're there with whatever they got.
Mm,
City, whatever we can do. City parks, they put on great events, and we do as many events as we can with them.
right.
Same thing with the city, the mayor's Big Bang fireworks celebration. Anything we can do to be a part of those, we jump in and we team up with whatever government organization or non-government organization, any nonprofits that we can work with. I mean, we've worked with the what is it, the Junior League. We've worked with the Ronald McDonald House. We've worked with Sam's Club. We've worked with
Wow.
Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah.
Just whatever we can do to make a little splash, we're gonna do it.
Right. So when you say it's not being promoted, is the who's not promoting? Who's not promoting correctly, or what are you saying there?
I mean, lots of times the city doesn't promote that this event's going on, that a new series is going to happen, that a
Uh,
new that they do it on Saturdays. They have these new parties downtown. You, they don't know that.
hmm,
That they don't know that down at Waters Edge Park they have food trucks down there every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
right.
You know what I mean? It's because it's not promoted.
So wow, but they allow it that, so the
Yeah,
city allows. Okay.
yeah. There's different programs. There's different systems where you sign up and to be a part of that, to go to be a vendor
Right.
for at different locations.
Mm,
Some people never want to move. They want to be at the beach spot all the time. They want to be
ah,
at the North Beach spot all the time. They want to be at a certain park all the time.
right.
And and they make their money doing the same thing like that. And that's common too. But we're doing something a little different. We want to be more of a mobile kitchen, and we want to be everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
cool, man.
we try to hit whatever festivals we can. Um, Really big on St. Patty's Festival. That's a huge one we do. Dia de los Muertos. We just got approached for the wine festival, the beer festival this year.
Oh man.
Um, we just signed up again with the homies over at So Bonita, looking to do the local loteria again this year.
Nice.
So, I mean, whatever we can to get involved with more community involvement, we're gonna.
Yeah.
We've reached out and we've started setting up programs with different nonprofits, and I mean, we're fortunate to be friends with so many great people that have started nonprofits, that have started different programs, that have started companies, that have started food ventures, that have started all different kinds of things. And with this like pool of community of resources, it's really hard to fail. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's really a blessing to have so many people on your team.
That's awesome, man. There's no excuse.
Yeah, no. I mean, I couldn't make an excuse, but I don't have time for that. I got time to make food.
That's it, man.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
So, all right. So you're located at Riley's Pub, 6314 Yorktown Boulevard, Suite 106, Corpus
Yes,
Christi,
sir.
Texas.
Yes, sir. On the corner of Yorktown and Cimarron.
Okay.
We're out here, same shopping center as Prime Steakhouse, Tuk Tuk, Cancun, and then there's gonna be Riley's Pub right in the corner,
Oh, okay,
and
okay, yeah.
we're in the back of Riley's Pub. Our
Nice.
little window is in the back here, and yeah, we're always promoting wherever we're gonna be with the truck. We're pulling the truck out this Saturday. We're
Yeah.
doing a nice little meet and greet
Oh,
uh,
nice.
for Precinct One Constable candidate,
Cool.
Mister Frankie Saguide. We're going to be out there for that. So yeah, out in Cal Allen area this Saturday, 3 to 4. Come out and see us.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
have the truck out. We're bringing the truck out more. We're going to have more dates with that. Also, still here at our home base every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for now. Looking to expand those hours and be out here, daily.
Nice.
Just looking to staff up and just, like I said, once we get a second location running consistently, ready for that third location. And,
Oh, come on, man. That's awesome, dude.
you can't be the most doing the least.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. All right, cool, man. So we know where you're at. So how do we find you on social media?
We're at the Most Comida at Facebook. The Most Comida Spaces on Facebook.
Hmm.
On Instagram, the handle's at the Most Comida, no spaces. We're also on TikTok and all that. We don't do a whole lot of TikTok. It's more of our personal TikToks that we just tag the truck in,
Yeah,
tag
yeah.
the bar in. But Instagram, we always got our reels up. We're always put new shots of whatever feature we're doing of the week, whatever food specials we got going. We're always running that. Whatever party plaques, party platters. Always set up for catering. So call us if you need a catering. You want to show your employees that you love them the most. Holler at us. We come and make sure to take care of the most.
Nice.
Auto Nation. We have a couple of gigs with Auto Nation every month where Hyundai, collision centers, they all do call us out and come out and do
Man,
lunch service with
you guys
them.
are
So
hustling. You guys are doing it, man.
yeah, we try to stay, out of
Wow.
the top tier trucks that are putting out great quality, great picturesque food. We try to be the workhorse out of that group. We try to be the ones that don't say no to a gig.
Mm,
We want to be the elite, but we want to be the hard workers of the elite. So it's kind of, that work ethic that our dads instilled in us.
there's my daughter there. Sorry, she's passing by.
Hey, I know it. I got babies
She's
back
like,
here
are,
all the time.
she's like,
I
are
got
you
babies.
done? It's been an hour.
It's been an hour. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm taking up too much. I'm taking up the most time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. I wish I could talk to you a little bit longer, man. But yeah,
Whenever
thanks for
you're ready
coming.
to have us back, we're ready to do a live one whenever you want. Come on back. We'll do some live
Yeah,
stuff back here. We'll show you a little tour of the kitchen and get you fed, brother. Let me know.
man, awesome, dude. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I don't know if this is if you're Samantha Rose Ratliff Santana.
Yeah, no, I know her. Yeah, I know her.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
She's
no,
just
that's my
made a
wife.
comment.
That's right.
She made a comment. I just posting it up there, man.
There
But
she
yeah,
is. Yeah.
you guys check out the Most Comida when you get a chance. Just follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and I know they got some good stuff. I've already seen pictures. It makes my mouth water when I look at them. The pictures, man. I just can't wait to try it. But we'll see you
Hey,
later,
we
man.
appreciate it. Yes, come see us soon. Inside Riley's Pub Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and out on the truck randomly with our schedule posted weekly.
Nice. Nice. All right, man. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming on again.
For sure. Thank you. We appreciate every opportunity.
You're welcome.
Love you
You're
guys
welcome.
the most.
Awesome. Bye.